Santa Monica High School in the Santa Monica Malibu School District has a diverse mix of students. A third are white, a third Latino, the rest an even mix of African American and Asian. 58% of their parents graduated college, 28% received free and reduced price lunch. Santa Monica High's 2011 API score, 805. A 12-mile drive east on the I-10 leads you to downtown Los Angeles, the home of Green Dot's Animo Pat Brown Charter High School. They serve a very different community. 97% of its students are Latino. 99% receive free or reduced price lunches. Among their parents, only 2 have graduated college and 56% never graduated high school. Animo Pat Brown's API, 794. A mere 11 points from Santa Monica's API. Closing the achievement gap isn't just a theory. It's happening every day across the entire network of Green Dot Public Schools. Our mission is to transform public education in Los Angeles and beyond, to make sure every child can go to a good school and be successful in college, leadership, and life. We've spent the past 11 years starting charter schools in the highest need neighborhoods across LA, developing a model that's cost-efficient, sustainable, replicable, and gets results. But we can't reach all the children in all the failing schools fast enough by building new schools. So to really put our model to the test, we're focused on the toughest challenge in school reform today: turnarounds. With a turnaround, instead of starting a new school with a clean slate, you bring your approach to an existing school, where you must reverse bad habits and a culture of low expectations. The key components of a successful turnaround are not different from those of any good school. Empowered principal leadership, highly effective teaching, safe and supportive environment, targeted interventions, efficient use of resources, high expectations for students and staff. But the Green Dot difference is in how these are implemented in a turnaround school. And that's exactly what was put to the test when Green Dot decided to turn around one of the worst performing and most dangerous high schools in Los Angeles, Locke High.
Locke always had a fame of being one of the most dangerous schools in LA. And as someone who was here 4 years as a student, 11 as a teacher, I mean, I'd obviously be lying if I said that we didn't have our issues, because we did. Every department was, understaffed, under budget. Supplies were very limited. So as a result, you felt the impact in the class. Well, needless to say that in many of those days, there were also many fights happening. Kids getting jumped to the point where bloody messes were found there a lot of times. Drug use, obviously. My cousin joined the gang ditching in the handball courts. This is where he met them. It always kind of, had that extra pinch in my heart, knowing that this was the place where my cousin, started that journey that would eventually end in him losing his life. For me, I bucket it all under just lack of systems and lack of people willing to make something work in the school.
It's like growing up in Wash, you either be a gangbanger or the square. I chose to be a gangbanger once upon a time, because it's like I was trying not to be a gangbanger, trying to focus on school, but it wasn't working. I also went through a lot of ups and downs in my life, because in my 8th grade year I got shot, and that's what really made me go buckle out. I was part of the first 9th grade class of LOCKE, and I say that it's changed a lot.
In 2007, when the transformation of Locke High School under the guidance of Green Dot began, we immediately felt the impact from the physical, which was, the general upkeep of the school, to what we were expected to do in the classroom, where teachers are now, are very familiar with the word accountability because they feel it on a daily basis.
It's like it's more secured, you feel more safe in there, and you actually learn something. The teachers care about you. They there when you need them. They like the second family.
I hear the sounds of kids happy, and I see the absence of the tensions that we had before. And I see the 500 kids graduating, and I see the numbers rising, and as I get to see this, I get this sense of accomplishment that I honestly couldn't begin to explain.
Before I went to LOCKE 2, I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't even know if I was gonna be alive, to be truthful. But after I went to LOCKE 2, it's like I learned that it's more to life than just game banging. That I actually got options. I could be what I want to be. I could do better things and come back and help my community. They taught me, man, it's just words can't describe. It's like, man, they just been there.
The results at LOCKE speak for themselves. Turnaround and retention. Our first priority was to make school a safe, supportive place for every single student, making sure no one falls through the cracks. Green Dot reversed the enrollment trend at LOCKE. In the 3 years prior to Green Dot, LOCKE's student population declined by 800 students. In the 3 years since Green Dot took over, the student population increased by 800, the highest level in LOCKE's history, by dramatically reducing the dropout rate. Turnaround in rigor. We believe strongly in high expectations for all of our students and made sure our curriculum reflected a dedication to a college-going culture. An average of 850 more students at LOCKE are taking college prep courses, up over 60% from the previous administration. All of our students are placed on a college prep track, no excuses. Turnaround in results. Now that our students are staying in school and taking college prep classes, they get switched on to learning. Green Dot has quadrupled the number of students proficient in math and history and doubled students proficient in ELA and science. LOCKE's API was stuck in the low 500s. Since Green Dot took over, the school's API has risen 81 points from 515 to 596. And graduation rates of entering freshmen have tripled now to over 60%. The turnaround in retention, rigor, and results is off to an amazing start, and it is only getting better and better. But here's what truly makes these results special. Turnaround that's cost-efficient, sustainable, and replicable. The LOCKE turnaround is extremely cost-efficient. Besides public funding, we're adding only $1,000 per student per year in philanthropic funds. The district spends more overall at schools like LOCKE all over the city. And that $1,000 is only necessary for the first 4 years of a turnaround. By year 5, all Green Dot schools are completely sustainable on the public dollar, which adds up to less than $9,000 per student in Los Angeles, well below the national average. The LOCKE turnaround not only proves that Green Dot's model works, but that it can work at the worst performing school in one of the most underfunded and diverse districts in the nation. It proves that if it can work here, it can work anywhere. The Green Dot model is adjustable and completely replicable in districts all across the country. In an apples-to-apples comparison with a district, we're talking same students, same dollars, unionized staff and teachers, but vastly different outcomes. For Green Dot, turning around LOCKE is just the beginning. In 2011, Green Dot was invited by the district to turn around 2 more failing public schools, Jordan High School and Clay Middle School. With what we learned from these turnarounds, we'll continue to improve our model to make it even more effective and cost-efficient. Our success at these schools will inspire turnarounds at other schools all over Los Angeles, until the school districts understand that they can use our model to turn around their own schools in Los Angeles, California, and the rest of the nation, ensuring that every child can go to a good school so that every child can turn around their education, turn around their communities, and turn around their futures. Join us and help us turn around public education.